Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. Okie dokie. So we're looking at Invictus with the CEO resigning. Okay, predicted by myself. Okay, so this is something I think we said last year, and the CEO should bring the changes as well, because Harry's going as well at some point. So yeah, we're just going to take a look at that quickly and now. And to those of you that haven't seen it, I put a little, it was my other grandson's birthday, so I did him a cake. And I think this one, it was like Jurassic Park. I think this one was one of my best. Okay, I combine you know, cake with real things as well. You'll see it anyway. You'll see what I mean. Okay then, so let's see about this. Okay, give it a good shuffle before. Right. Why did you know? Why did the CEO step down? Well, because he was unhappy, you know. He's been unhappy for a long time. You can't, you know, Harry and Meghan just bulldoze them. You know, they make it impossible to say no. They are outrageous when they do things just on point or at very, very short notice, you know, such as the trekking with the soldiers marching ahead in front of them, you know. So not enough time is given to object, and even if you do object against anything they're doing, then, you know, your life becomes very, very difficult, and it's just not the same anymore. You know, the games aren't the same. You know, it's more about Harry and Meghan than it is about the Invictus. You wouldn't mind if Invictus people got, you know, regular photos and news reports and, you know, actually the same kind of headlines as Harry and Meghan, but they're hardly nowhere in the picture. And when people, participants, and when your staff, your managers and your fundraisers and your donors, then it's not about Invictus. All you are, they see it as just investing in Harry and Meghan. So, you know, deeply unhappy, but disillusioned maybe as well, you know, feeling like nothing is going to change under, you know, these circumstances. And obviously it takes a new whip to come in to be able to lay the law down to Harry and Meghan. How does got a bit dust there. How does how does the CEO feel about Harry and Meghan's presence in the Invictus? That they're the boss, you know, and it's their way or the highway, and I think it's now become the highway for this guy, you know. Nobody's listening. Harry isn't seeing it from all sides, unfortunately. And also as well, like kind of risks that are being taken by Invictus. And I feel like in a way it could be safety. You've got financial, so, you know, taking risks like that, as well as with the participants' safety as well. So, you know, filing returns and blasé attitude and all the bills and everything. Okay, I'm not saying they're in debt. What I'm saying is that everything really is against him. You know, you've got to... He feels Meghan and Harry haven't stuck by the rules as well. And all this about Harry being the founder. Well, according to Palace Confidential, where I think it was Rebecca English, you know, she did claim that Harry, it was his baby, and that Harry and his father and Catherine, you know, let him roll with it. You know, so no one's disputing that they founded it. But there's an element here where, you know, Harry obviously has the say over last things. So, you know, see if Harry can be taught a lesson. See if Harry will listen to the new boss, because, you know, a new boss, he don't care about your manipulative ways or your sadness or your PSTD. They're not interested. So a new boss will come in and hopefully make sweeping changes. Let's have a look. How will the CEO, the new one, come in? What kind of attitude will he have towards Harry and Meghan? I don't know if I see a bit of a time gap between the CEO resigning to appointing a new one. I think other CEOs, you know, other potential candidates would be seeing it as a risk because of Harry and Meghan. I mean, they haven't got the best of reputations, have they? In the newspaper, you'd have to live about, I don't know, 100 feet under the sea to not be able to escape the press and the comments about Harry and Meghan. So we're not getting a CEO for a while. Do you think is it because, right, so the reason they're not getting a CEO for a while, is that because Harry has said it? No, they can't get no one. No one wants to touch this project when, you know, Harry and Meghan are concerned. You know, there's just not the ability. It's as if it's just been run down, and the purpose of it has been drowned out. You know, the veterans, I mean, like I say, you hardly see them. Yeah, do you know what? Harry don't want a new CEO just yet, because a new CEO would make changes. And I think, I don't know whether Harry is in a position to hire and fire, but he more likely sits on a vote as well. But no one wants to work with them. And then what they're saying is, oh no, there's no one better than, is it Dominic Reed? So it's the choosing or saying, I don't know, I just feel like in one hand, nobody wants to work with them, but in the other, they'll use it as an excuse to say, well, you know, no one has come forward enough with enough relevant experience and expertise. And I think that's why we're seeing both there. I think you know, this guy, Dominic, I feel like he's been on that board of directors of people and really, you know, voiced that he's not happy, you know, to go along with something or to do with something, or the progress or the direction or the branding. Harry and Meghan. Did Dominic, you know, let his feelings be known to Harry and Meghan? So basically, you know, he's had to change his viewpoint. So he's wanted to say things. So when you say to somebody, I'm not happy about what you've done today, or your progress, or your timekeeping, your punctuality, I'm just giving you a metaphor here. It then becomes, instead of you asking the questions, you're thinking, oh yeah, I shouldn't be having a problem with, you know, I'm not turning up on time, or turning up for work, or not doing the job properly, you know. So over time, Dominic knows that this is happening. It's role reversal, you know. So challenging them, and then it all been turned on his head, and it's like, well, it's your fault. It's your fault. I don't know whether he's going to stay in place until we get a new CEO, which could make this interesting. It's like, can you do any better? I hope this new CEO or the new boss can do better. See if you can get anywhere with these two. And I think, you know, time and time again, Harry and Meghan have given him the old flannel and yes, we will. Yes, we'll do it by so and so. Yes, you know, we'll get back to you with a date, Dominic. You know, I just feel like this guy felt it was impossible to challenge Harry and Meghan. And I think something's gone on where it's the last straw. What was the last straw for Dominic, please? Sorry, I've got a bit of a froggy throat. Yeah, communication issues, you know, them not listening. But, you know, when you try and get your view across, it's twisted and turned on you. You know, they're very good at that. A lot of tension as well. And something hampered. Something that Harry and Meghan won't do. Okay. So it's all to do with something in Harry. He's asked them to do something. Even if it's to stay off the front pages. Or not march. Or stuff like that. But something he's asked for. He's just sort of like throwing his hands up in the air. He doesn't want to work with these guys anymore, you know. That is seriously not liking and being happy about the way things are run at Invictus. So let's see if we can get something juicy. What do we need to know that we don't know about Harry and the Invictus games? So even more bad publicity for Harry. Everything is out of his control all of a sudden, you know, because of what he's done. You know, it's like, well, did you not think, Harry, that pulling all these stunts with the Invictus wasn't going to, you know, come back and bite you? Because there's no excuse for being rude or just in general bad behaviour and hair stepping out in a pair of shorts as well. Not even a bit of respect, you know. Well, if the world, you know, was looking in and feeling disgusted, how do you think your participants felt and just getting no recognition whatsoever? How does the board see Harry? How do the board feel about Harry's position in Invictus? He's going. He's going, you know. Harry's unwilling, but he's going. So, you know, this could be like the removal of Dominic. I think, you know, it's fair to say, I believe that, you know, he put his views across, and if he was in a board, and I do believe he was, then it's just like, we all know they're a pair of grifters, but people are afraid to come forward and speak up and say that, you know, and that's why Dominic's going, because everybody's afraid of not doing their job, you know, to put the participants first. I think this, you know, comes as a shock to some, but not to my subscribers, because I said when the CEO goes, he goes as well. So we're still on target for that. So that was something we don't know, and that was they're going to enforce something. Okay, so how will Harry feel being booted right out of the Invictus games? So could he remain part of the Invictus Games, but in a different way? Because I'm seeing, you know, I'm getting papers, okay, paperwork. So we're getting action here, but also I'm getting with Harry here that it's like he's to look successful, but he's not. Overcoming odds. Yeah, it's like, oh, well, he's got away with something. So I've had that removed, but I keep that. That's kind of how I feel. Yeah, you would be, you know, quick to anger. And it happens quickly as well. This is coming as soon. So what do Invictus, you know, want Harry to do? Yeah, you got Four of Pentacles reverse there. So not have as much say, you know, leaving the organisation and the running of it, and, you know, taking more control over it, rather than Harry riding roughshod. So I think, you know, in it, they'll take it, you sort of like gets removed from one post, but saves face by doing something more out the way. So, you know, could they be saying to Harry, why don't you focus on getting us new countries to be in, and stuff like that. So it still looks like he's rising up the ranks and being successful. But this still happens. How will Meghan feel about, you know, the board of directors coming out? They can't have any more bad publicity. Yeah, she's been, you know, asked to withdraw and maybe not attend, or been removed as somebody. But like I said, going up. So, you know, they may, Meghan will feel like she has to make it that they've done this voluntary. And then you've got a sweetener there. Meghan can't be bored with, you know, meetings to her are tedious, boring, and she's above it. So I don't see her being in this meeting. I don't at all. I think she doesn't care about it in the same way that Harry does. Although it would be argued, you know, he doesn't appreciate it for the last, what, 6 years? And when I say about Harry, you know, needing healing, okay, this could be, I think we've got a time span of about 4 years, okay, so not everything is going to be tomorrow or sudden. So what changes will follow then, you know, what is coming to Invictus in a positive way? Meghan wouldn't be going to diss Invictus Games, would she? Well, you know, due to a tip-off or a whistleblower in Invictus, we are heading for dire times. Dire times, you know, it's as if... and I just feel that because of it's her attitude about Harry being booted out of the Invictus in a certain way, there's just more trouble. And I think you've got African parks, another thing coming up. And whatever secrets, you know, Meghan will... If she can't be part of Invictus, then she'll want to destroy it That's what I'll say. You know, will Meghan be shit staring and cause problems for Invictus? Not if she wants to say that they're still working well together. Let's see if this travelling and fundraising. Oh my God, where there's money, there's Harry and Meghan. What does this relate to, and how bad is it for Invictus? We kind of got an off-putting of other staff as well. This could be financial, because you got someone sticking the boat in, you know, or informing somebody of something tipping off, and then it's to do with Invictus, so it must be to do with maybe finances. But we're getting, well, you know, stop worrying, basically, because it's out of your control, and we've got out of control here as well. I think, you know, Invictus are indeed in trouble. Will Invictus fall into administrative trouble and financial? Well, maybe your invoices, you know, your tax returns, maybe there's a delay there. Maybe there was waiting for celebrity endorsements or finance. But people, well, money's tight for a start now, you know, and there's too many risks with the banks. And I feel like people are holding off, or even like saying, oh, yeah, contact us again in August, because, you know, there's a lot of uncertainty with people around this as to whether Invictus will end up bankrupt or in financial trouble. So we ain't got any celebrations there, and any friends that used to donate. When I say friends, like celebrities, or other famous people, lords and ladies, you know, wherever they was getting the money from before, they're not now. People are pulling out. But yeah, you know, Meghan and Harry are going to make it look like they're the face of Invictus. So, you know, will Harry's new job or new role involve travelling all over the Commonwealth to, you know, host the games? Is this their new, you know, grift? They have been using Invictus to go to, like, Nigeria. It's bad judgment, isn't it? It's bad luck. It's a bad luck to your participants, saying, you know, you get to fly all over in private jets and, you know, £1 million a night bloody hotels and whatever else. And they would use, if they could, they would use Invictus as the excuse to travel everywhere, you know. Oh yeah, it's under Invictus, but it's a royal tour. How do the board members feel about Harry and Meghan using Invictus to go all over the world and then combining it with a world tour? Yeah, they're not happy. But it's going to be announced. I think it's going to be announced, you know. Yeah, let's just say their behaviour gets, like I said, more drastic. Yeah, it's going under the umbrella of Invictus. And you can't just turn up for no reason, can you, if you're not a working royal? Only we're talking about Harry and Meghan here, so they think they can do anything they like. So the board is saying it's reckless, you know, so probably Dominic has objected to Harry and Meghan's tours. Okay, let's have a look. Did Dominic get rid of or challenge proposals for Harry and Meghan to travel the world? Absolutely, absolutely. And it would cost Invictus millions. And also combine it is to do with combining with the royal family. They just need an excuse so that people can't say, oh, you're just turning up to be play royalty. So they go in with a bigger campaign of Invictus, because I don't know if you noticed that in Nigeria, I don't think we saw anything of Invictus people or games, you know. We saw people on side of wired fences, but I don't think enough credit was given to them. And even if there was a couple of wheelchairs or amputees, then it was only a minute or so. You know, what they've said is about Nigeria. They're trying to use Nigeria as a template. Now, you'll be pissed that they're going to do this, okay? I absolutely believe that they're going to do this, you know, so, but, again, it's like, I keep going, Meghan and Harry. So Meghan and Harry, they're losing it. They're losing it. Even by doing this, they're losing it. And then don't forget, they're not just stealing the light from Invictus, because they'll try and cover this where he's no longer involved this way. So for championing it against the world, people aren't going to like the fact that Invictus are having to pay for hotels, more travel, private jets, Meghan's fashion wardrobe, you know. And basically what they're doing, they'll be going to parties or, you know, get-togethers. Oh, dear me, dear me. So you got Royal and Invictus coming up. So, you know, what action will the board take then? You know, will the board allow Meghan and Harry to do these whistle-stop tours all over? Absolutely. Keep him out the way. Keep him out the way. Absolutely. That is disgusting. But like I was nearly going to say a few minutes ago, you know, don't worry about it. People will be pissed off even more. And the more people that they upset, the more people, you know, you've got, like what I call normal people, like my family members and stuff. They're actually showing more of an interest. And, you know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they'd say, yeah, but that's just bullying them. That's just bullying them. Where now, they don't say that at all. You know, they say she's, well, they give her a few choice words, don't they? But, yeah, anything to keep Harry happy. So that's what's coming up. So, and Dominic said no. Dominic said no, didn't agree with it. Well, you know, let's see, but there'll be a trip coming up. Like I've said, I don't know whether it's to do with Harry's visa, but every couple of months, you know, he gets out of that country. He gets out of that country. Okay, guys, that's it from me. I'll be back soon with another reading. Bye now. Bye-bye.